Hey everybody, in today's episode we're on the Sunshine Coast of BC. Right now we're in Powell River visiting some friends and just about to pick some cherries. Hey Carl, it looks like a good day for a ride.
All right.
Our visit to the Sunshine Coast started off with a ferry ride from Comox to Powell River. This is the Sea Walk at Powell River. Oh wow, these blackberry bushes are loaded with berries. Too bad they're not ripe yet. According to this sign, frequent visitors to the area are orca whales, gray whales, humpback whales, Pacific white-sided dolphins, Dall's porpoises, and harbor porpoises. Wonder how long I'd have to stand here before I could see one of those things.
I've got the cherry picking tools here, and here.
Hi Carl.
Hi.
Are you getting a lot of cherries?
I'm just cleaning up. We've pretty much picked most of them, and I'm just getting the dredges.
Wow. Well, they look delicious.
They are delicious. You know, the biggest problem with cherry picking
What?
is not eating them.
Yeah.
And then you get down on the ground and you look at your basket and it's not as full as you thought it might be. But your tummy's a little rounder. So yeah, we're really lucky. I haven't picked cherries since I had the orchard. So this is fun, and I have fond memories of picking cherries with a good friend of mine, Tita. He would come over every cherry season and we'd pick cherries, and I won't lie, we'd eat our share too. The hulks, Powell River, is floating breakwater of ships have been a part of the breakwaters since 1930.
We're heading out in this boat with John and Kristen, going out to look at the hulks of Powell River.
They brought them here over a period of somewhere around 1930 to 1960. They were brought in.
Why did they bring them here?
They brought them here to make them as a breakwater for the mill, which the mill started in somewhere around early 1900s, which started the town. And with that, they found that they needed some kind of protection in the winter, especially because the weather gets pretty bad here. So somebody came up with an idea of these ships, because the ships didn't do well. Most of them are from the Second World War.
So where were they prior to being brought here?
I don't know where all of them were from, but a few of them were from far away as New York. Yet at the same time, when they brought them here, it was also told to me that the engines were still in some of them, and all the equipment and blankets and bedding and everything to sustain life on board was still in, and they sold it all. The mill sold it all to, and it paid for the monies they got from it paid for the ships. So they got their breakwater built, and then they put these chains on. Now these chains are somewhere around 55 pounds a foot, and they go down 100 feet. And they're attached to 16,000 pound blocks of cement. Now you see them here now, as you're looking at them, they're very much sitting on an even keel. In general, since they used to do the maintenance on them all the time, and they were leaning over, and you'll see on the other side when we go over there that the wave action over the years has taken a lot more of the concrete off the vessel.
Okay, right.
And you see the rebar here now.
Yeah.
So, and how they built them.
Were these steel boats that had been...
No, these are ferrocement boats. They were basically a new technology. And ferrocement boats are very buoyant. But these ones are so heavy, they couldn't carry the load they were rated for. For example, the area, square footage inside, they couldn't fill them up because they became too heavy and they came too low in the water. Some of them had engines, some of them didn't. Now you see this one we're passing now doesn't have a rudder or rudder stock. This was towed by another freighter.
Oh, wow.
And it could have been a fuel barge. When they're towed, they were usually a fuel barge and nobody was on them. And there'd be 3 different types of fuel that went in. It was for airplanes, bunker oil, and gasoline, which was really needed for the war effort.
There's no fuel in them now.
Oh no, there's nothing in them now but water. And how much water, I don't know. They go down quite deep in the hull. They have to be serviced, or in time, they're just going to sink on their own, as you can see. So, been here for almost 100 years now, or maybe a little more than 100 years.
Oh, wow.
Now you see the one we're coming up to now, how it's been pulled over.
Yeah.
Now it's pulled over purposely so that it deflects the waves from the outside, because as I say, it gets really rough out there.
Okay.
And these were put in when the mill got going to protect the barges that were in here. There's a lot of chip barges and wood barges that were brought up. So they were put up here to protect that, and of course all the infrastructure and the logging that went on in here as well. You know, these things here are noted to be the largest floating breakwater in the world.
Wow. It would be interesting to go on board one of them and
It
look
would be
around.
very exciting to go on one, and you go inside. Well, to go inside and look at them, you have to be very, very careful. Follow the rest equipment, all kinds of safety equipment.
Of course.
But I really think these ships would do wonderful in the movie sector as some kind of futuristic ships where the world came to an end and there was
Apocalypse ships.
apocalyptic scenario, or the living dead are on them. I know. So there's all kinds of opportunities while they're still floating.
Yeah.
Not allowed on board.
No, you're
No,
not allowed on board.
of course not.
Security from time to time flies drones over, and just to see if anybody's going on board or any signs. You could a nimble person could climb up the chain links there.
Okay, right.
You know, it would be quite easy to do that. Even I've been tempted, but yeah. Hey.
I would stop you.
I know you would. I know you would. See how this is leaning? You get a good view of it leaning. And here again, it has no rudder structure, nothing to steer the boat. So it was towed.
You're saying it leans on purpose?
Yes, they lean it on purpose to deflect the waves. There's 19 boats in all, and they came up here at different times over about 3 decades. They brought them in. They just kept buying them because they worked, and they're still working.
And you can see that they were towed because there's no wheelhouse or superstructure.
There wasn't, but at some you could see where we passed where the gun turrets would have been.
Oh,
Anti-aircraft guns were on board.
okay.
So they did have that. To visualize this, and I visualized if you could go in the past and just see the hundreds of men, the thousands of men that were building them in the war days. And then they got out to sea in the oceans. They were being towed or guarded by destroyers. And they had their own gun emplacements on there, ready to do battle with everything that wanted to sink them. Because that was a big thing in the Second World War. The ships were the livelihood of Europe. Interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And the mill itself, 1900s, and the whole town was built around it. They started building the mill, they started building the town. Far removed now from what it was then, because all the lumber around, all the trees around here had been cut down.
And the mill has now shut down, is that
There is
correct?
nobody working here anymore. It shut down about 3-4 years ago. But visualize this, being on one of these things back in 1940. Wow. It would really be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the mill itself, we don't know what's going to happen to it. And we'll start going on the outside now. I'm pretty sure you're going to see the difference in how it's weathered.
So would there have been some kind of railing?
Yes,
Up
there would have
there?
been railings all the way along.
Okay.
And as you can see, a lot of things have been removed because you
Oh.
just see rebar up
Yeah,
there.
right.
So
Okay.
it's been torn off or whatever's done over the years. But there would have been railings, safety railings. Isn't that interesting? How you go around the bow of this, it looks so massive.
It is massive.
Yet it was considered a small ship. It's only 300 to 400 feet long. Now you see how the weathering on here goes?
Yeah.
So at the same time, I may be wrong, but when they,
It looks like patches.
pardon me?
Looks like patches.
Those patches are there, and I believe what they do, and there are different levels all the way along,
Yeah.
is that at some point they were getting ready to sink this boat.
Okay.
So they cut holes in the rebar,
Yeah.
and they put an explosive in. They are the engineers that take care of sinking ships.
But, I mean, not the mill?
Well, they would hire the proper people to do that. And when they sunk the Yogan, which is one of these hulls, or Liberty ships, if you want to call them that, I guess. But you see how they're different levels? That's for a controlled sinking. So when the ship goes down, it goes down in the same level that it's in now. But you see, this one here is ready to put explosives in and blow out the sides. So at some point they're going to do that.
Okay.
Or they're going to go down themselves. They can only stand so long.
Right.
They've been 100 years now. I wished I knew the names of them for you. There's also a couple of these already down there that sunk on their own.
Here?
Yeah. I think they're in 100 feet.
So how deep is the water right here?
Pardon me?
How deep would the water be?
About
here?
100 feet.
Okay.
See, and these ones are getting ready as well. That's what I think they put the patches in for.
Because they look fairly new, those patches.
Yeah, they've only been done 2 years ago.
Look how the chain is ground away at the back.
Yep. Well, there might have been something there they ripped off. Or maybe there was a collision.
And there's flowers growing up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how things
Amazing.
get seeded. Oh well, you know, this will be in the annals of history, and you only see it at the library in no time.
And on YouTube.
And on YouTube, of course, on YouTube. Can you imagine hauling all the rebar, putting it in place? They did that by hand.
That's a lot of rebar.
That's a lot of rebar. Absolutely. Why don't they just put them together and weld them all in one steel ship?
Yeah.
That's thicker than the rebar we use for this and that.
And I may not be correct in everything I've said, but as close as possible.
Well, I believe you.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I believe you.
Okay. I have some property on the moon if you'd like.
I believe you.
See, it covers, when you look at it from the ocean side, it covers a big area as a seawall,
Yeah, it sure does.
as a barrier.
And when you look at them from that viewpoint up on the street, it doesn't really look.
And it doesn't look as dramatic as this. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at that. Wow. You know, it looming away at you.
Yeah.
Imagine that coming at you one night in the fog.
Yeah. What a beautiful evening.
Yeah.
Nice to be out in the water.
A nice color in the sky.
As you can see on the court, that obviously was a gun turret.
Yeah, that's right.
Poor souls, they had to be out there in an aerial attack. And at the stern as well, they would be armed. I don't think you'll see anything like this in the world, anywhere in the world.
I haven't
Something-
yet.
Things that are just as dramatic, but nothing like this. Oh, look at that eagle up there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's just looking for a big fish to hit the surface. This one here, I would suspect, by the shape of the bow,
Yeah, plumb bow.
this is from the First World War. And there we have it, folks, the halt to Powell River.
Well, that was really cool, John. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. I like bringing people out here. They always seem to be thrilled by it. Ooh, look at that dummy.
On our way back to land, we were super lucky to spot a pod of orca whales. How many do you think there are?
Oh, 6.
6?
Some of them must have been young ones because they were quite small. We didn't want to get too close to them with the boat and disturb them, So, sorry for the poor footage, but boy was it ever exciting.
This is Lund, the start or end of Highway 101 and the gateway to Desolation Sound. It's logger days in Powell River, and we've got some chainsaw carving going on here.
Timers ready, competitors ready. 1, 2, go. Here we go. Make some noise, Powell River. Intermediate, 2-board, springboard. This is the second heat. You saw the first earlier. You saw the old timer, Carl Bischoff, absolutely dominate these young bucks. But here we go. We've got Tyler Brady and Chase Gunderson up. Virgil Ham's on a board, but he's got a terrible board. He's chopping uphill, and that's going to affect how well his pocket is cut. Tyler Brady having a fantastic day already. Here we go. He's up. He's got that second board in. It looks like a good board, and he's away chopping. Powell River's own Tyler Brady. I think maybe the president of Powell River Logger Sports. In fact, he is the head dude in charge, but Virgil Ham on the far end is not going to give it to him easy. Chase Gunderson's up there with him, and Harry Hardy is up there. All four up and chomping. Let's hear it. Tyler Brady working his way through that block methodically. He's cutting great lines right now, stair-stepping only ever so slightly, which makes a big difference in terms of the amount of energy you can save and how quickly you get through that block. So as long as he lines those hits up, he's going to make his way through there in a hurry. He's already over halfway. He's going to put in a real big front to make it easier to work on the backside, but Harry Hardy is the first to turn. There's Tyler Brady's turn right there with him. Tyler Brady and Harry Hardy in this race right now. Is it going to be Tyler Brady? Is it going to be Harry Hardy? Harry Hardy, the first to take down Tyler Brady today. Tyler, one more. There it is, Tyler Brady. Two more still up and cutting. This is Chase Gunderson and Virgil Ham. Virgil just made his turn. Chase has got one or two more in there. There it is. Watch that speaker. Oh my goodness. That's okay. It's not mine. All right, here we go. Virgil Ham, last one up and going, guys. He knows you're paying for him or you're paying by the hour, so he didn't want to disappoint. All kinds of noise when this hits the ground. One more hit, guys. Make some noise. This is the J&J crosscut sawing race. You'll notice they're using these beautiful 6-foot-long crosscut saws to help modify. Wow. Quite a bit further than if they just spray it with hits like I do when I saw. Some of these races have very nice lines. And your rooters well through the front side or the back side rather already. Next to her, Kiana is already working on her backside. We had two more ladies turn on the far end.
Come on, keep going.
So that is Michael McLean and Ethan Hall both turn. We've got a couple more. There it is, and your rooter.
Keep going, don't stop, let's go. Come on now.
And your rooter takes her heat.
From Powell River, we made our way to Seashelt, which involved another ferry crossing. While waiting at the ferry terminal, we noticed a puddle beside Carl's motorcycle. We thought maybe it was leaking oil, but we couldn't be sure if the puddle had been there already or not. But once we were at our campsite, we both kept smelling gas, so Carl took the seat off and looked around the edges of the gas tank, and sure enough, there was a tiny hole in the seam where gas was leaking out. So he jumped on my Bergman and went to the auto parts store to look for something to patch the hole.
Hi.
Hi, did you get what you needed?
I did. I got the JB Weld Bond, which is designed for fuel tanks, first thing on the list.
Okay.
And then I had to go run around for emery paper.
Okay. And how did you like riding my Bergman?
First time riding the Bergman. it's kind of fun. It's a fun little thing. I'm still having adjustment problems with when I come off the ground. The pedals are right there on my bike, but you got to lift a little higher. So it's a good thing I wasn't wearing flip-flops, or I wouldn't have any toenails left. Need to get all the paint out of those little ridges, like in the valleys. The ridges are shiny and the valleys are full of paint. So this is a half-hour, 10-minute job. It might even be a 1-hour, 10-minute job.
Looks like you got the paint sanded off pretty
I'm
well.
hoping that's going to be good enough. This is it. This is what's going to stop it. Just mixing this epoxy. Apparently you're supposed to mix it by hand, but I've done a lot of epoxy works in my younger year, and I've always been told you don't ever want it on your hands. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is just smear it first of all, like that. Force it into all the crevasses, and then add a couple of layers. Kind of like that. Never hurts to spread it out.
When the patch job was complete, we walked to the beach at Porpoise Bay, where I was hoping to cool down in the water.
Did you go for a swim, sweetie?
I wouldn't really call it a swim. It was like walking through quicksand to get out to the water.
Huh.
And I went in up to my knees, and it felt nice, but I didn't want to go deeper because there were all kinds of weeds growing on the bottom. So I just splashed around a little bit.
Okay.
But it's a cooker out here. I wish I could have gone for a swim.
Yeah, earlier on, instead of working on the fuel tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way more fun.
We've got too much stuff. I was thinking maybe we should forget about the camping. Therefore, we could eliminate all the camping gear. Because you are so top heavy, your bags weigh so much, and the bike keeps falling over. It's just too much stuff. And I noticed yesterday trying to go up the hills, I just felt so sluggish because of all the weight of the stuff. We've got to get rid of some things.
So if we get rid of the camping gear, all the camping gear?
Well, I think we should still take the pots and dishes for cooking so that we can
Cook.
continue to cook our breakfast
Right.
in the morning wherever we're at. And I think I'll bring my inflatable pillow because hotel pillows aren't always very good.
Right.
But
Everything else?
I don't know. What do you think?
That spontaneous motorcycle trip we did in Mexico, we had no gear. We had our backpacks, and that was it.
And we made out okay.
We had fun.
We had
so,
the time of our lives, and now I think we've overthought it, and we've got too much stuff.
yeah, we've got table and chair, and
My sleeping bag takes up a lot of space, and I've got too many pairs of shoes. I'll have to eliminate some shoes and some clothes. If we can just like pare it down to the minimum, I think we'll probably have more fun because we won't be so heavily loaded.
Feeling confident that the patch on Carl's fuel tank was solid, we left Seashelt and carried on towards North Vancouver. This involved another ferry crossing, as well as a quick drive through the town of Gibsons, made famous for the 1980s TV show The Beachcombers that was filmed there. If you're a fan of the show, this might look familiar to you.
Thanks for coming to the Sunshine Coast with us.
I hope you enjoyed these episodes so far, and hope to see you again soon.